Hello, dear friends, and welcome to Golden Age Health, the space where we celebrate life's later years, and the wisdom that comes with them. Whether you're 70 or beyond, or simply looking to embrace a more fulfilled, peaceful way of living, you've found the right place. Life after 70 is not a time of slowing down, it's a time to let go of the things that no longer serve us, to release the unnecessary, and to embrace the freedom of living authentically. In today's video, we're exploring 9 things that don't make sense after 70, things we often hold on to, only to realize they no longer bring us joy or peace. As we age, the world changes, our priorities evolve, and with every step we take, we get closer to the most important realization of all: what truly matters is not what we own or what others think, but how we choose to live, love, and care for ourselves. So, if you're ready to embrace this next chapter with intention and joy, make sure to stay with us till the end. Let's dive in. Comparing yourself to others. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of comparison. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with images of success, beauty, and achievement, often leaving us feeling like we fall short. And yet, as we age, particularly by the time we reach 70, we come to realize a profound truth: everyone's journey is unique. No two paths are the same. And it's time to stop measuring your worth against others. The power of embracing your own journey. Comparison may seem harmless at first, but over time, it erodes our self-esteem, making us doubt our own accomplishments and progress. What we often forget is that the highlight reels we see in others' lives are just that, carefully curated moments, not the full picture. Each of us is writing our own story, and no one else's chapter can define our own success. Instead of comparing yourself to others, shift your focus inward. Reflect on your own journey, and take pride in the milestones you've reached, no matter how small they may seem. Have you overcome challenges? Have you built meaningful relationships? Have you pursued passions that bring you joy? These are your victories, and they deserve to be celebrated. A great way to cultivate self-appreciation is through journaling. Write down your accomplishments, your moments of joy, your personal growth. Revisit these notes when you need a reminder of how far you've come. This practice fosters a deeper sense of self-worth and reminds you that your journey is a treasure in its own right. Remember, your individuality is your superpower. There's no one else in the world like you, and that is something worth celebrating. Embrace who you are, honor your path, and continue to grow in your own way. 1. Worrying about the opinions of others. Imagine a world where you no longer care about what others think of you. A world where you are free to live authentically, without fear, without judgment. By the time many of us reach 70, we realize that the things we once considered vital often lose their significance. One of the first burdens to let go of is the worry about what others think of us. Why do we care so much about others' opinions? Throughout life, society conditions us to seek approval. Whether it's career achievements, social acceptance, or meeting family expectations, these external measures often define how we view ourselves. But as you pause and reflect in your later years, you'll see that others' opinions are just fleeting shadows in the grand narrative of your life. When you truly reflect on your journey, what remains is not the praise or recognition from others. It's the moments when you lived authentically. The times when your heart felt at peace because you stayed true to yourself. The truth, self-acceptance is the key to happiness. Psychological studies reveal that self-acceptance is one of the most critical factors in achieving happiness, particularly for older adults. This truth becomes even more apparent after 70. When time becomes your most precious asset. Freeing yourself from the need to please others not only brings peace but also aligns your life with your core values. A practical tip: set aside a few minutes each day to practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you love about yourself. It could be a personality trait, a life achievement, or even a small decision you made that day. These small actions help you focus on your intrinsic value instead of seeking external validation. Living authentically, the ultimate freedom. When you stop being bound by others' opinions, you unlock a freedom unlike any other. The freedom to choose what you love without asking for permission. The freedom to say no to things that don't bring you joy. The freedom to create a life that feels meaningful, on your terms. Living authentically doesn't mean being indifferent or dismissive. It's about having the courage to face the world as your truest self. This not only brings inner peace but also inspires those around you. Practical steps to start living authentically. You don't need to change everything overnight. Begin with small steps. Prioritize self-care. Spend a quiet morning reading, taking a walk, or doing something you love to refresh your spirit. Stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on your unique strengths and what makes you feel fulfilled instead of measuring your worth against others. Shift your perspective. Instead of worrying about others' thoughts, ask yourself, does this bring me happiness? Conclusion: be the truest version of yourself. After 70, you're not just living, you're crafting the most meaningful years of your life. Letting go of the fear of judgment is a gift you can give yourself. Embrace freedom. Honor your true self. And continue writing your story in your own authentic way. Your life, your value, and your happiness, they're all in your hands. Accumulating material possessions. We spend much of our younger years chasing material success. A bigger house, a faster car, the latest gadgets. These possessions often symbolize our accomplishments. But as we grow older, something shifts. Instead of satisfaction, the sheer weight of these belongings can feel overwhelming. At 70, many of us begin to realize that life's greatest treasures aren't things you can hold. They're the moments, the connections, and the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Think about your home. Every room, every drawer, filled with things you've collected over decades. While some items may hold sentimental value, how many of them truly enrich your daily life? Accumulating material possessions can feel rewarding in the moment. However, over time, the clutter begins to take a toll. It demands maintenance, creates stress, and occupies space, both physically and emotionally. You might even notice how these belongings tie you down, preventing you from embracing the freedom that later years can offer. The freedom of decluttering. Decluttering isn't just about cleaning up your space, it's about lightening your spirit. Research in psychology highlights that simplifying your surroundings can significantly reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance overall well-being. Imagine this: you open a closet filled with items you no longer need. Clothes that don't fit. Gadgets gathering dust. Old furniture tucked away for someday. Each piece represents a decision waiting to be made. A weight you carry. Now picture yourself donating, gifting, or discarding these items. The sense of relief is immediate. Like shedding a layer of unnecessary burden. A new perspective on possessions. After 70, material possessions often lose their allure because they can't provide what you value most: experiences and connections. Instead of focusing on having, think about being. How do you want to spend your time? What memories do you want to create? What legacy do you want to leave? Many find joy in redirecting their energy. For example, travel to places you've always dreamed of visiting. Spend quality time with family and friends. Engage in hobbies that nurture your creativity and passion. These pursuits bring fulfillment that no physical object ever could. Decluttering might feel overwhelming at first. But it doesn't have to be. Start small, choose one area. Dedicate a weekend to organizing a closet, drawer, or a single room. Use the 3-pile method. Create piles for items to keep, donate, and discard. Be honest about what adds value to your life. Involve loved ones. Share stories about sentimental items before letting them go. This not only preserves memories but also fosters deeper connections. The goal isn't minimalism for its own sake, it's about creating space for what truly matters. Conclusion: letting go to make room for joy. Life after 70 is an opportunity to redefine success and happiness. It's not about how much you own but how deeply you live. By letting go of material possessions, you make room for meaningful experiences, lasting memories, and emotional clarity. Remember, you're not giving up anything. You're gaining freedom, the freedom to live fully, authentically, and joyfully in the years ahead. 3. Maintaining social obligations that drain you. In the past, attending social gatherings or maintaining certain friendships might have felt obligatory. However, after turning 70, the focus shifts to meaningful interactions, expert guidance. As we age, it becomes essential to reassess our social commitments. Prioritize relationships that uplift and energize you. There's no need to continue maintaining relationships that feel burdensome or draining, whether they're friendships that have lost their spark or social gatherings that no longer resonate. Instead, look for groups and activities that align with your current interests. If you love reading, joining a book club can help you connect with like-minded individuals who inspire you. If you have a passion for nature and gardening, participating in a gardening community offers a space for shared knowledge and companionship. And if staying active is important to you, yoga classes provide a chance to meet others while boosting your flexibility and well-being. By immersing yourself in positive environments, surrounded by people who share your values, you cultivate relationships that nourish your spirit. These connections not only improve your mental health but also contribute to a youthful energy, making life richer and more fulfilling. 4. Chasing society's standards of beauty. In a world that constantly celebrates youth, there's a prevailing notion that beauty fades as we age. Society's standard often pressures us to chase a certain image of perfection: smooth skin, flowing hair, and an absence of wrinkles. But what if we could redefine beauty in a way that embraces the natural changes of aging? A new perspective on aging. The truth is, wrinkles and gray hair aren't flaws. They are badges of honor, representing wisdom, experience, and the stories we've lived through. Each line on our face tells a tale of laughter, joy, hardship, and resilience. Gray strands in our hair reflect a life well lived, filled with memories that younger generations can only aspire to understand. Harvard's study on aging tells us something even more profound. True beauty doesn't come from conforming to external standards, it comes from within. Confidence, kindness, and authenticity are the key ingredients to being perceived as beautiful. In fact, people who embrace their age with grace, radiate a sense of self-assurance and comfort in their own skin. This kind of beauty has the power to captivate not just through looks but through presence and energy. Instead of chasing an impossible standard of youthful perfection, focus on your health, your well-being, and the things that bring you joy. Embrace the natural process of aging with pride. After all, beauty is not just skin deep, it's about how we feel, how we treat others, and the unique journey we take through life. 5. Clinging to outdated routines. As we age, it's natural for our interests and energy levels to shift. Activities that once brought us joy, whether it was a hobby, a daily routine, or a passion project, might no longer feel as fulfilling. What was once a source of happiness may now seem like an obligation, a chore that drains rather than uplifts, a call to reassess and renew. Take a moment and ask yourself, does this activity still spark joy? If the answer is no, it might be time to let it go. Clinging to outdated routines simply because they've been part of your life for so long can limit your potential for growth and happiness. Instead of forcing yourself to continue with something that no longer brings you joy, why not explore new passions? Imagine picking up a musical instrument you've always wanted to learn or trying your hand at painting. Allowing yourself to express creativity in fresh ways. Volunteering for a cause you deeply care about could open up a whole new world of meaningful connections. Or perhaps, it's time to immerse yourself in a completely new activity that ignites your curiosity. The key to finding true fulfillment lies in aligning your daily activities with your current interests and energy levels. It's not about holding on to the past, it's about evolving with grace and embracing the present. Your time is precious, and now is the moment to invest it in what truly energizes you, bringing both purpose and joy. 6. Tolerating toxic relationships. Life is far too short to invest time and energy into relationships that leave you feeling drained, unappreciated, or emotionally exhausted. We all have encountered toxic connections, whether with friends, family, or acquaintances, that leave us questioning our worth or holding us back from becoming the best versions of ourselves. Breaking free and embracing healthier bonds. The first step to reclaiming your emotional well-being is recognizing when a relationship is no longer serving you. Toxic relationships are not just hurtful, they are limiting, stifling your personal growth and peace of mind. Whether it's a friend who constantly undermines your confidence, a family member who brings negativity, or an acquaintance who thrives on drama, these connections can have a deep, lasting impact on your emotional health. Here's the powerful truth, you don't have to tolerate this. Set boundaries. This is not about cutting people off recklessly, but about communicating your needs clearly and standing firm in your right to emotional well-being. It may require some uncomfortable conversations, but it is worth it. Let people know when their behavior is unacceptable. And don't be afraid to distance yourself from those whose negativity threatens your peace. By surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift, support, and encourage you, you create an environment that fosters personal growth and happiness. It's time to create space for relationships that contribute positively to your life, those that make you feel seen, heard, and appreciated. This simple shift in your social circle can lead to a profound transformation in your emotional health. You deserve to invest your energy in relationships that nurture you, not deplete you. 7. Comparing yourself to others. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of comparison. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with images of success, beauty, and achievement, often leaving us feeling like we fall short. And yet, as we age, particularly by the time we reach 70. We come to realize a profound truth: everyone's journey is unique. No two paths are the same. And it's time to stop measuring your worth against others. The power of embracing your own journey. Comparison may seem harmless at first, but over time, it erodes our self-esteem, making us doubt our own accomplishments and progress. What we often forget is that the highlight reels we see in others' lives are just that, carefully curated moments, not the full picture. Each of us is writing our own story, and no one else's chapter can define our own success. Instead of comparing yourself to others, shift your focus inward. Reflect on your own journey, and take pride in the milestones you've reached, no matter how small they may seem. Have you overcome challenges? Have you built meaningful relationships? Have you pursued passions that bring you joy? These are your victories, and they deserve to be celebrated. A great way to cultivate self-appreciation is through journaling. Write down your accomplishments, your moments of joy, your personal growth. Revisit these notes when you need a reminder of how far you've come. This practice fosters a deeper sense of self-worth and reminds you that your journey is a treasure in its own right. Remember, your individuality is your superpower. There's no one else in the world like you. And that is something worth celebrating. Embrace who you are. Honor your path, and continue to grow in your own way. 8. Pursuing outdated goals. As we journey through life, our goals and priorities naturally evolve. What once seemed important, whether it was a career milestone, a material possession, or a certain achievement, might no longer hold the same weight as time passes. By the time we reach our 70s, it's crucial to acknowledge that some of our past goals may no longer resonate with who we are today. And that's perfectly okay. The freedom of letting go. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of outdated goals, clinging to them because they once defined us or because we feel we should still strive toward them. But here's the liberating truth: letting go of these old ambitions creates the space for new dreams. Goals that align with your current self, your values, and your desires. Take a moment to reflect. What is it that truly matters to you now? Is it your health, your relationships, or the simple pleasures of life that you've longed to enjoy but never had the time for? Perhaps it's time to shift your focus from external accomplishments to internal peace. Health, well-being, and contentment can be as significant as any career goal or material achievement. Reevaluate your current desires, and be kind to yourself as you release the goals that no longer serve your evolving vision of happiness. Achieving peace of mind, nurturing meaningful relationships, or enjoying leisure activities can become your most worthy pursuit. Remember, happiness doesn't have to be earned through success, it can simply be found in living authentically and in the moment. Shifting your mindset from striving for achievements to embracing the joy of being can profoundly transform your life, making each day more fulfilling than the last. 9. Feeling guilty for prioritizing yourself. Feeling guilty for prioritizing yourself. For much of our lives, society conditions us to put others' needs ahead of our own. We are taught to be selfless, to care for our families, friends, and communities, often at the expense of our own well-being. As we age, it's natural to feel conflicted when we begin to prioritize ourselves, whether it's taking time for personal interests, relaxation, or self-care. But here's an essential truth: self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. The importance of caring for yourself. It's easy to fall into the trap of guilt, feeling like we're neglecting others when we take time for ourselves. But when we neglect our own needs, we are left with less energy, less patience, and less joy to give to those we love. Prioritizing your happiness and health doesn't diminish your love or care for others, it enhances it. When you take care of yourself, you show up as your best, most vibrant self for those around you. So, engage in activities that bring you joy. Maybe it's tending to a garden, immersing yourself in a good book, or traveling to places you've always dreamed of. These moments of self-care not only rejuvenate your spirit but also promote physical and mental resilience. Studies on aging consistently show that those who prioritize their happiness are more likely to live longer, healthier lives, with a stronger sense of purpose and well-being. The key is to embrace the fact that your happiness is just as important as anyone else's. Nurturing yourself isn't a luxury, it's a foundation for a fulfilling life. So, let go of guilt and step into a mindset that honors your own needs, because by doing so, you enrich your ability to care for others and live a life of balance and joy. Conclusion: embrace the freedom of letting go. At 70, and beyond, life offers an incredible opportunity, a chance to shed the burdens of the past and focus on what truly matters. It's a time to step back, reassess, and release the things that no longer serve your happiness or well-being. Whether it's material possessions that weigh you down, toxic relationships that drain your energy, or outdated goals that no longer align with who you are today, letting go frees you to live with a sense of lightness and purpose. By releasing these unnecessary burdens, you make room for the things that really matter. Cherish the relationships that nourish your soul. Engage in activities that bring you genuine joy, and savor the moments that fill your heart with peace. This is your time to live authentically, without the pressure to conform to anyone's expectations but your own. It's your time to embrace each day with an open heart, living fully in the present. Remember, your journey is unique, and it's never too late to shape it with intention and joy. As you let go of the old, you create space for the new dreams, new relationships, and new adventures. So, step into this chapter of your life with confidence, knowing that every choice you make is an opportunity to live more meaningfully, more freely, and more joyfully than ever before. As we've explored today, life after 70 is a time to embrace the freedom of letting go. By releasing outdated goals, toxic relationships, and unnecessary burdens, we create space for joy, peace, and personal fulfillment. Remember, this is your time to live authentically, to cherish the relationships that uplift you, and to savor the moments that bring you true happiness. It's never too late to start anew, to align your life with what truly matters, and to embrace each day with a heart full of gratitude and intention. Thank you for being a part of Golden Age Health today. I hope you've found inspiration to live your best, most meaningful life, and that you feel empowered to let go of anything that no longer serves your journey. Until next time, take care of yourself, because your well-being is truly the foundation for everything else. Live authentically, live fully, and above all, live joyfully.